Hey, what's up, everybody? Dan Tortora here, hanging out with you where sports meets that thing called life. And we're going to be live here on Instagram, and we're live here on Facebook as well. So you can hang out with us on both, as we're going to be talking about the movie Lightyear, which is based on the character Buzz Lightyear. So Disney continues to capitalize on an idea that they made incredibly when I was a kid. And this idea that Disney came up with of, hey, let's do a story where these toys come to life and they have personalities and whatnot. And, I think it's really incredible. I think it's an awesome, awesome idea. I think, let's go back to the beginning of it. Toy Story comes out. I'm a kid. And fall in love with the characters of Woody and Buzz, as many of us do. And in fall in love with these characters of Woody and Buzz, they create Toy Story. And we're in Andy's backyard, and there's Sid, and obviously Buzz and Woody are the headliners, but there's Bo Peep, and there's Rex, and Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head, and so on and so forth. And these characters really come to life, right? And then they make another one, and when they make when they make the next one, when they make the second movie, they have to up the ante, right? Then they make a third, then they make a fourth, and now we find out, kind of a shock to me, that Disney said, "Hey, let's do this movie. We're going to call it Lightyear, and it's going to be about Buzz Lightyear, the real Buzz Lightyear." And I'm sitting here saying, the real Buzz Lightyear? There's a real one? So, think about how incredibly smart Disney is. Just think about what they did, okay? They created a movie and a world about toys that didn't exist. Then the movie did so well that they brought those toys to life and actually had those toys on sale. So if you're a kid growing up now, you think the Toy Story movies were based on the Toy Story toys, where in actuality, the movie was before the toys, and then the toys came out. Think about how smart that is. Disney creates all of these fake toys, put them in a movie. People like them so much that they actually create the merchandise. And now you can buy a Buzz Lightyear, you can buy a Woody, you could buy a Bo Peep, you could buy all these characters. You can buy the bear that's a villain but smells like strawberries. So there's all of these. You could buy Bullseye, you could buy Jesse. So it's just amazing to me how Disney came up with this idea and made this movie about toys that didn't exist. The movie does so well that they keep making them. They make four, and they continuously are coming out with toys. So they made a movie about toys you fell in love with, and now your kids grow up thinking that these toys were what the movie was based on, but it's not. The movie was based on them making this world, and now the toys came after. And then amidst all of this, they create these toys you love, which gives them an opportunity to bring them to life, that you could go to Target and buy a Buzz Lightyear, that you could go to a Disney park and buy a Woody. And on top of all of this, you create a Lightyear movie to say, wait a second, not only can you buy the toys you fell in love with in Toy Story, and not only can you bring home your own Buzz and bring home your own Woody and all of the characters, but on top of all of this, that Buzz that you saw in these four movies was actually based on a real character, and we're going to bring that character to life, and we're going to tell you the story of To Infinity and Beyond, because this toy that we made for this movie, that we've now put in real stores in reality, are going to come from an actual person. So Disney keeps creating on top of their creation, and it's genius. It's absolutely genius that they would come up with something like this, but it's Disney, right? I worked at Disney. I understand. I've been a Disney kid my whole life, and I'm proudly a Disney kid right now, today. But they made this a reality for us. They brought this to life. And I find that to be so cool to see something like this. and to see how Disney has really made this a reality. They brought it to life. Somebody said, you got to think about this. Disney and Pixar sat around a table and said, let's make a movie. We're going to bring these toys to life and we're going to tell the story. And we're not going to focus on the adults, but we're going to focus on the relationship that Andy has with his toys. But we're really not going to make the people the focal point. They're going to be the focal point of the characters, but we're really going to live in the world of these characters and we're going to see them come to life. And we don't know how they come to life. They just come to life. It's not like Night at the Museum where there's something that brings them to life, And so there's no tablet that's in the basement that's making them come to life. So they come to life. They become a reality. These toys are genuinely real. And we get to watch them and we laugh with these toys. We cry with these toys. In Toy Story 3, in the Inferno scene, we think these toys are going to die. And we feel emotionally attached to these toys. And then at the end of all of this, you tell me that I can go buy a Buzz and buy a Woody and buy t-shirts and have a Pizza Planet shirt. And then you tell me I can go down to Walt Disney World and I can go into Toy Story Land. And the entire setting of Toy Story Land is that I'm a toy and I'm in Andy's backyard with the rest of the toys. And I'm riding Slinky Dog and I'm in Toy Story Mania. And there's all these Tinker toys and these lights and these pencils and all these different things that a kid would use to bring his backyard to life and create a world for these toys to play in. And now Disney created a world for us toys to play in. And after all of this, you think Disney can't possibly come up with anything else. And they go, hey, you know what? Let's make a movie called Lightyear. And let's tell everybody that the Buzz toy that they fell in love with that didn't exist, that now exists, actually comes from a real Space Ranger. And we're going to go on the adventures of this Space Ranger. Which leads me to this movie, Lightyear. Now, I just saw it, so I'm fresh off of seeing it. Saw it here opening weekend. And I'd love for you to weigh in your thoughts. If you have any thoughts, you could respond to this on Facebook.com/LiveNowDT, on Facebook.com/Dan on Disney, and on our Dan on Disney Instagram live feed, as well as our @Dan on Disney Instagram, because we're going to put this on the timeline afterwards, so you could feel free to give us your thoughts. But what did you think of Lightyear? I just saw it, like I said. So, I thought the fact that Disney is playing with space and time and the elasticity of space and time, they're doing that in Pixar, they're doing that in Disney, traditional Disney sense, and they're doing this, and they're doing it in Marvel. So, for all of this to be coming to life the way that it is, I really love it. And I think seeing Lightyear, really travel light years, right, and travel a couple seconds. And I'm not giving anything away. I think it's in the preview. But the fact that he can travel what he thinks is 4 minutes for him, and it's 4 years for the people that are back at base. And so, this Buzz character that we see, this real life Buzz that we now find out the toy that we've been watching for decades is based on, he is like the toy, right? He thinks he could do anything. He maybe cuts corners and, continues to push something because he believes he could do it. And we see that in Toy Story with the Buzz toy. So the Buzz toy is actually very much like the real life character in the Disney universe, that the DU, so to speak. The Lightyear toy is really like the Lightyear person, because they both think they could do anything. They both don't want to stop. They both want to push it to the nth degree. And so, to me, I think that this is really a fantastic showcase that the toy and the person are actually the same. And still, we wonder, how do these toys come to life, right? And so, watching this Lightyear movie, maybe they'll dive into that. But watching this Lightyear movie, there is some really cool things that happen. There's a big twist in the movie, which is really, really cool. And, I think a lot of the movie is based on him trying to fix something and just continuously pushing at it, right? And pushing at it and pushing at it. And I think the cat is great. I think the robotic cat that is assigned to him by his friend to try and help him, cope with the fact that he was gone for so long, and he, needs some help to kind of reestablish himself and be okay. I think that was really cool. That was a really nice touch. I didn't know if the cat would be like annoying, but I thought the cat was really awesome. I thought the cat was really, really cool. So now we'll get to who played who and kind of go from that here. But, I think starting this off with Uzo Aduba, who plays Alicia Hawthorne, that was really, really cool. And I thought, Alicia Hawthorne's character and then Chris Evans playing Buzz Lightyear, that was also, cool to see that and have that. I think the relationship between Alicia and Buzz was great. It was just like this best friend and this connection that was uncanny. And I thought that was really wonderful. I think that the friendship and the importance of this friendship and, how he's trying to save her, but by saving her, he's losing time with her. The irony of that, right? That sometimes we think we're fixing something when we're focusing so much on the future that we're not living in the present. We're not living in the moment. And I think the movie plays on, as Disney always does, plays on the bigger thoughts of friendship, the bigger thoughts of time, the bigger thoughts of trying to force something to work that's just not working. He could have been enjoying his life, but instead he was, taking these missions thinking he's selflessly trying to help people, but then he was cutting himself off, from the world because he was losing time. So it really plays to how we live our life and how we spend our time, and that sometimes the thing that we think that we're doing that's like good is really the thing that we need to back off from and kind of stop and take a step back. So I thought that was cool. I thought the movie looked great. CGI has come such a long way, and I honestly, they're making movies now where I'm watching this movie and you forget that you're watching CGI. You forget you're watching animation because you're watching these stories, and because of the voice actors that are bringing these stories to life. Chris Evans as Buzz Lightyear, Peter Sohn as Socks. The cat was fantastic. He was awesome. And then looking at Dale Sewells as Darby Steele, and then Uzo Aduba, like I said, Alicia Hawthorne. Commander Burnside was Isaiah Whitlock Jr. Bill Hader was in it, which as Feathering Hampton. And then Keke Palmer was Izzy Hawthorne, the granddaughter of Alicia. And then we had Taika Waititi, the director of Thor: Love and Thunder, as well as Thor Ragnarok, so Thor 3 and Thor 4. And I'm giggling because he's also Korg. And as soon as you hear Waititi in this character, as soon as you hear the character that he's voicing, the first thing I thought of was Korg. And so that's kind of cool. James Brolin as Zurg, which was really cool. Mary McDonald Lewis as Ivan. And then Angus MacLean as Eric. And then Efren Ramirez as Airman Diaz. So, and then young Izzy was Kira Hairston. Those are the ones that I'm looking at here. So a big shout out to the entire cast and crew of this movie. I thought, because they did such a good job as voice actors, they brought these characters to life for me. And they made it real for me. Like I said, I was watching this movie, forgetting that I was watching an animation, and you start to get, like you do in Toy Story, emotionally connected to these characters. you're seeing things that are happening. You're wondering if characters are appreciating them, if they're seeing it, what's seeing what you're seeing. And I do. I mean, because of how well these movies are made. I mean, I look at the amount of people that were in the theater with me. I was in a big time super screen theater, and except for like the front few rows, there was people everywhere. And this is in the middle of the day. You know, it's in the middle of the day, a beautiful day, a cooler day, a great day to take a walk, sunny day, a little bit rainy in the beginning, but then sunny when we came out. Perfect timing. Perfect for Lightyear also. But, you know, I think seeing the amount of people that showed up for this, it is. I mean, it's like people are treating these CGI characters as if they're like legitimately actors that can walk across the stage and win an Academy Award. And I mean, they can for voice acting, but I think it's great. And like I said, I think, you know, they did a great job of bringing the characters to life. Now, the other side of this for me that was hard for me to take in is why Buzz, and this is no offense to Chris Evans, aka Human Torch, aka, I think he was in that movie The Call. That movie that was really horrible. I think he was in that movie, wasn't he? Cellular. That's what it's called. What a bad movie. But anyhow, I mean, no offense. I mean, I'm sure people worked hard on that movie. I know nobody makes a movie intending it to. That was just a weird movie. But I remembered it. I remembered it was called something with phones, so that's good. And The Cell, I think, was with. I think that was with Halle Berry. So, but yeah, I mean, Chris Evans, Captain America, Human Torch, and hearing him as Buzz Lightyear, I mean, yeah, he was believable, right? He brought the character to life. But what pains me is that we didn't have Tim Allen, right? We learn in this movie that the toy and the actual real person are so much alike. And so it makes me kind of sit here and say to myself, like, why didn't Tim Allen get to do it? Is it because Disney's progressive and Tim Allen is kind of set in his conservative ways? And in that, and you know what? In the background of all of that, that gets frustrating. I think there's things that take away from the movie. There's things that happen in this movie that people get excited about, and there's things that happen in this movie progressively that maybe people don't get excited about. But, you know, my thing with Tim Allen is he's Buzz, right? I guarantee that Disney would not make a movie about Woody without Tom Hanks. I guarantee they wouldn't. And is that because Tom is liberal and Tim Allen is conservative? You know, and again, I think that's just wrong. You know, I think it's wrong to punish Tim Allen because he's my Buzz. You know, so I mean, to me, it's nothing against Chris Evans. Tim Allen brought Buzz to life, and he deserves to have that role. And so, you know, I think for me, that was hard. And there's a part of this movie where I really think that they could have put him in. I don't want to spoil anything, but I think like even if they didn't put him in, they could have put him in. So, you know, it's just tough to not have him. You know, so I mean, I struggle with that. You know, I mean, Tim Allen he's Buzz Lightyear. You know, and I'm really happy for Chris Evans, you know, but I'm sad for Tim Allen. So, I mean, taking a look at this and kind of the reasoning behind it, I mean, for 25 years, for over 2 decades, Tim Allen has been Buzz. So, Chris Evans given this role, or given this opportunity, kind of threw us off. Now, Patricia Heaton criticized the studio for recasting the role, and she blasted Pixar for not casting Tim Allen, saying the decision castrates the beloved character. Now, the Lightyear director, Angus MacLane, this is his reason why he chose Chris Evans. Quote, Tim's version of Buzz is a little goofier and is a little dumber, and so he's the comic relief. In this film, Buzz is the action hero. He's serious and ambitious and funny, but not in a goofy way that would undercut the drama. Chris Evans has the gravitas and that movie star quality that our character needed to separate him in the movie from Tim's version of the toy in Toy Story. And I would tell you that I think that's BS, because Chris Evans played the goofy, dumb superhero in The Human Torch, and then played the serious leader in Captain America. So, you know. But to say that Tim Allen's version is dumber, well, dumber to what? Because the dumb version of Buzz Lightyear is what we've known for 2.5 decades, and it's the reason why this movie could even be made. If not for dumb Tim Allen, and I'm being facetious in saying this, if not for dumb Tim Allen, then, you know what I mean? Because I think that's ridiculous. If not for Tim Allen's dumb version of Buzz Lightyear, there wouldn't be a Lightyear movie, because there would be no Toy Story, no Toy Story 2, no Toy Story 3, no Toy Story 4, no merchandise, no Toy Story Land, and no Lightyear movie. So for the director of Lightyear to say, for Angus MacLane to say that Tim wasn't voicing this because he was a goofier, dumber version of Buzz Lightyear, well, that goofier, dumb version is the only reason why you're a director of this movie, because his goofy, dumb version for the last 25 years is what presented the opportunity for you to be able to make a movie called Lightyear. So you need to thank Tim Allen for giving you the opportunity to do this, because without Tim Allen bringing that character to life, you would have no opportunity to make a movie, because the character wouldn't exist and nobody would care. So, with all due respect, you owe Tim Allen an apology, Angus MacLane, in my opinion. And I think that's ridiculous, you know, to not only not be cast, but to be called the goofier, dumber version. Tim Allen played the character that Disney asked him to play. And Disney's made millions, if not billions of dollars off of Tim Allen for playing that role, as well as all the other movies he's done for Disney. So, to make all this money off of Tim Allen, throw him to the curb and have the director say, well, you know, he's dumb and goofy. Well, that dumb and goofy guy just made you bank in the box office. Your movie's premise came from the character that he brought to life. Like, that's literally the definition of biting the hand that feeds you. So, like, I have qualms with that. I have no problem with Chris Evans. I thought he did a good job. I really do. But Tim Allen is my Buzz Lightyear. You know, it's like bringing back Home Improvement with a different dad. And like a different guy who's hosting Tool Time. Like, you can't do that. You know? You can't give Tim Allen a different best friend. And I know the actor passed away that, you know, played their neighbor. But you can't recast him either. You would have to just, you know, have him pass away, right? So, I think it's wrong. I think it's wrong. I do. You know, I think if they recast Captain America in the middle of it, I think, and they called Chris Evans dumb and goofy, you know, I mean, think about it. Did the director, I don't think the director of the new Fantastic Four called Chris Evans dumb and goofy when he made the more serious Fantastic Four for 20th Century Fox. So, you know, I mean, I feel like this decision was made for other reasons that have nothing to do with movies, and that's sad, because I think good actors are good actors, and I think Tim Allen's a great actor. You know? I mean, there's a reason why the Santa Claus works. There's a reason why, and there was 3 of them. There's a reason why Toy Story 1 through 4. There's a reason why Home Improvement. There's a reason why Last Man Standing. You know, there's a reason for all of that. And in the world we live in today, if you have different beliefs, then you're not allowed to play in the same sandbox. We're saying that we want to include everybody, and we want everybody to be equal. And in the conversation of including people, we're excluding people. So in a conversation of being all-inclusive, we're excluding people, legitimately being the definition of a hypocrite. And I think Tim Allen's sin to Disney is that he's thinking differently than Disney's thinking right now, or at least the head of Disney's thinking. And I don't think that's fair to Tim Allen. And I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right. Going into this Lightyear movie, I was apprehensive because Tim Allen is Buzz Lightyear. And again, they're never going to make a Woody movie without Tom Hanks, unless Tom Hanks was passed away. They're not going to make a movie without Tom Hanks as Woody. They're not going to do it. And Tom Hanks and Tim Allen have different beliefs when it comes to politics, and I think Disney movies should not be about politics. I think Disney movies should be the exact reason why we go to the movies, which is to jump into that world for a couple hours and to not have something shoved down our throats. And so I think it's unfortunate what happened to Tim Allen, and I think it's appalling, and I think Tom Hanks should be adamant about how wrong that was. And at the same time, I respect Chris Evans. It's just wrong. It's wrong. It was wrong. So to get back to the movie, this is a non-spoiler review. I thought the look of the movie was great. I thought that it was aesthetically pleasing. I thought the space side of it was awesome. I thought traveling through space it wasn't Star Wars. And by the way, Obi-Wan Kenobi, that show on Disney Plus, fantastic. We're going to do a live broadcast about that. But that show on Disney Plus has been awesome. And seeing Darth Vader travel through space, that was so cool to jump to light speed and like to see like the way that they shot it in the most recent, I think it's episode 5 is the one that they shot it in, to see him go through. It's so cool. And it's really, really, it's awesome. It's really awesome the way they shoot it, because you're like going through light speed with him. You're making that jump with him. So I think it's cool because we've seen Guardians of the Galaxy make those time jumps, and we've seen Lightyear make those time jumps, and we've seen Star Wars make those time jumps. And each of them in their own right looking very unique. And I think Lightyear's was really cool because it was very Epcot-esque, the lights, very colorful lights, those straight lights, and just kind of, it was a really unique way to do it. I thought it was really cool. It was truly Lightyear, which I thought was fun. And yeah, I mean, I thought traveling through space and time was really, really cool in that. I think the ode to the Buzz Lightyear toy in the movie was really, really cool. And it made sense how they did it, I would think, for the most part. And it also makes sense, like, the things that the real Lightyear character went through and how that led to the toy, how it inspired the toy, and how there were things in his life as a space ranger that, as things happened to him in the movie and as he like kind of I don't want to give stuff away, but as he like reinvents himself, it ends up making the finished product, which is the toy. And yeah, I thought that was great. I thought it was a cool. I feel like, and I mean, I don't know. I don't work at NASA, but they thanked NASA in the movie, and I'm sure that they had to, obviously connect with NASA to understand this world a little bit better. But I thought it was great. I thought it was a great space movie. I thought it was an ode to, real life astronauts, and I think at the same time it had a little bit of scariness to it and suspense to it, which, brings you to those alien type movies that it's CGI, but there's still, I don't know, it's like going through certain parts of the movie that were creepy. I thought that really played into, the scary movie realm. I thought the drama of it was there. I thought the emotion, I think there's emotion in there that reminds me of Up. So I thought that was there. And I thought, like I said, I thought the way that they went through space was really, really cool. And I took a lot away from the movie. I thought it was good. I feel like it's a movie I want to watch again and study more. But I think that ultimately, this movie was very well done. And you could tell there was time that was spent in making this thing a reality. And I thought it was a good movie. I really do. If you guys have thoughts on it, if you've seen it, respond to it. We're on Instagram at Dan on Disney, and we're on Facebook.com/live now DT. And this will also be shared to our Dan on Disney page on Facebook, which is exactly the same, so it's easy to remember. At Dan on Disney on Facebook and at Dan on Disney on Instagram. So let me know what your thoughts are on the movie. I would love to know your thoughts. I know we've had some people come through our Instagram and on Facebook, but let me know. And we'll wrap in a few here. So if you got something to say, make sure you say it. If not, you can respond to our post on Facebook and our post on Instagram, and we would love to get your thoughts on it. This is a non-spoiler review. It's opening weekend. I have a rule that I do not do spoil. I heard it a long time ago that you wait at least a week. So that's what I do. I give people a week or so, maybe a week, week and a half before I do spoilers because, I don't want to give stuff away. Listen, I understand. People have kids, people have jobs, people have responsibilities. Not everybody can get to the movie on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, an opening weekend. And can we stop saying the movies open on Fridays? They open Thursday. They open not even Thursday night. Some places they open Thursday afternoon. Like everybody's like, oh my God, are you going to the Friday premiere? It's not a premiere on Friday. It's a premiere on Thursday night. So, but, which I think is just, it's one of the funny things about movies is like, they say that they come out on Fridays, but they don't. They come out Thursday. So, give me your thoughts. Let me know what your take is on Lightyear. Like I said, this is a non-spoiler review because I wait at least a week, if not a little bit longer, to do my spoiler show and give a full extent of it. But I thought the characters looked good. I thought they were believable. I thought the voice actors did an incredible job. I thought they did great. I love the cat socks. I thought he was really, really awesome. Probably stole the show for me. And Watiti also did a good job of it. But again, every time I heard his voice, I saw Korg. And, I thought Chris Evans did a good job as Lightyear. And I love the relationship between Lightyear and Alicia. And I thought that was really the backbone of the whole story. I thought that was really cool. It was like, it wasn't a romantic relationship, but it was a bond that went like beyond friendship to me. It was something else. It wasn't romantic. It wasn't just a friendship. It was just this really special, unique bond that I thought was really cool. So, yeah, I thought the emotion was there. And, I think it did a great way to connect to the Toy Story films and this character that the toy was based off of. I thought that was really cool. Again, I think it's insane that Disney had an idea to create toys coming to life and then made those toys in real life for us to take home. So after we saw the movie, it's, they didn't make a movie about a toy that we love, right? Like, it's not like a Light Bright movie when we've been playing with Light Bright for decades, right? And it's not, trying to think of some stuff that I had. It's not like something that Fisher Price made that they're making a movie about. Like, they made a movie about fake toys, and then people loved them so much that they brought those toys to life by having us be able to buy them and buy all this merchandise and create Toy Story Land and have all these rides and these experiences and whatnot. And now you make a movie about Lightyear to tell the story about the real life character that this toy was based off of. Can Disney take one single idea and do anything more with it? Probably. And they've made millions, if not billions, off of Toy Story. And believe it or not, folks, Toy Story has been around for over 2.5 decades. So to have 5 movies now, plus all the shorts and all the stuff that's connected with Toy Story, and I think there's like a Christmas special and whatnot. It's crazy to see everything they've done with it. And I always visit Toy Story Land when I go down to Walt Disney World. So, and I'll be doing that soon, and you'll be able to see it all here at Dan on Disney on Facebook and Instagram. So make sure you follow us at Dan on Disney and click like on Facebook. Follow us here on Instagram. We're going to put this on our feed, so let us know your thoughts. But that is my non-spoiler review of Lightyear. Would love to know what you're thinking. And there are multiple scenes. There is a mid-credit scene and 2 end-credit scenes. And the final scene of the 3 of them, the final scene, made me think of Thanos and gave me that like freaky villain in space thing, which I thought was really cool, and I thought the twist in the movie was cool. So let me know what you think. Follow us here at Dan on Disney. Like us on Facebook on the same Facebook at Dan on Disney, Instagram at Dan on Disney. Show us your love, connect with us, and spread Disney cheer all throughout the year. We'll talk with you soon. God bless. No stress. Do your best.